Greg Mann, broker, owner of Greater Orlando Realty USA. Welcome to the GMANN Show. We have some amazing guests today, along with In the Trenches with Dee Dee, and you won't want to miss the Mortgage Minute. But first, let me welcome my good friend, Kam Patel, one of the best agents in Central Florida. Kamlish, how do people get hold of you?
Well, firstly, thank you for having me on the GMANN Show. My contact details are 407-256-5206. Email is kampatelrealtor@gmail.com. Webpage, you can go camsalesorlandohomes.com. 24/7.
Kam's 24/7, and that's why he's one of the best agents in the area. Kam, with a shift in real estate market, what are you seeing happening locally with the market, your buyers and sellers?
It's definitely slowed down with the interest rate and the shift. The buyers are holding off now because they don't have the down payment, they don't have the extra cash. So obviously they're renting, and hence the rental's gone up. But in the rental you're paying 100% interest compared to if you're buying a home, 6, 7, whatever it may be. So it's still a good time to buy.
So you're telling people get out there and buy. What are you doing differently now than you was when the market was multiple bids, hundreds of people lining up to buy a home? What are you doing differently?
Going to a lot of events, making new friends, of course, just trying to help them, all the customers, as much as you can, because it's hard for them to buy or get the high. It's a buyer's market, but they got to get the right house. It's affordability right now.
So I know a lot of people now are looking at purchasing new construction. A lot of people,
Yes.
the general public, they don't know how to go about this. You are an expert on new construction. And what's the best way for
I've
them
done
to do it?
several actual new construction from Orlando, Tampa, even far as Sarasota. It's not as easy as people think it is. It's still a lot of involvement. You got to make sure you're every step of the way. These construction guys go in there, they're track builders, they move fast. So us as realtors, we overlook that, guide them, guide our buyers, get their confidence. We're basically their eagle eyes for them, an extra set of eyes.
Good, and a lot of people don't understand this, that the builder pays the agent or the broker a commission.
The broker,
If
yes.
they go there without a broker or agent, they don't get any money off the price
Not
of the
at all.
house. That's all factored into they're paying the same price.
Absolutely correct.
And the builders' contracts are pretty lengthy, aren't
Pretty
they?
lengthy. They're hundreds of pages, and they actually cover more of the builder. I mean, they might tell you that we have it built out or done in 10 months, but in the contract you'll see it's over 2 years sometimes, and there's nothing you can do.
There's not much you can do.
No.
Now, I know you also work with investors from around the world.
Correct.
And you are really active on all the social media. Let's just talk about your investor plan.
Sure. So I get a lot of investors from overseas contacting me, and they want to build up a portfolio. And obviously they're not here in this country to see them, so I'm their eyes again. And I'm trying to give them advice like it's going to be my future home or my investment, and give them the honest opinion.
So basically, you go and look at houses, you do probably like a FaceTime, live
Correct.
FaceTime with them, and then I guess your policy is, if I wouldn't buy it, I wouldn't let you buy it.
Absolutely, yeah.
So are these people buying them to flip? Are they buying them for long term? What is that?
Most of them are buying it for long term, the one I'm dealing with. I'm sure there's flips out there, but these guys want to build up a portfolio. Real estate is one of the markets forever that over a period of time just grows. It never goes the other way, or 99% of the time it just grows with portfolio and equity in there.
Now, I know for a fact now that in a fast-paced market, for sale by owners sell quickly. They don't need an agent. They don't need any advice from anybody. But now the market's tight. They
Yes.
need your help.
Absolutely.
Can you help for sale by owners? How does that
Absolutely,
work?
we can. Yeah, they think they're trying to save that extra commission or money, but there's a lot of loopholes. They're going to get calls from strangers they don't even know. By having it rented or having it listed with a realtor, at least before they even go into the house, you know who's going in there.
And you're also going to get more money for the house.
Absolutely,
than
yeah.
The average for sale by
Absolutely.
owner.
We can help them, set up staging, help them how to sell it faster, and just make it sell good.
Now, I know that you've got some listings, and I know you've got a featured listing for today. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that one?
This one is over right near UCF area in the Spring Isle. It's a 1431 Shell Cross. It's a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath. Great investment property. It's already furnished, so the owner is ready to let go for furnished. It's a turnkey, just over 2,000 square feet, listed at $410K, and a little negotiable always.
So it's fully furnished too.
Totally furnished.
So that could be possibly a holiday vacation home for somebody, or they could just get the furniture out and use it for a rental.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Now I know that neighborhood really well. That's probably going to rent in and around that 26 to 2800 number. So it's a great investment for anybody. Finally, in your view, where is this market going? Where will we be in 2020?
We get this question asked all the time. It's definitely slowed down. We're hoping with hopefully once elections and all that's over and the rates get a little better, people will start buying. So I'm hoping we'll all get busy again. You know, it's completely a buyer's market right now. The sellers kind of waiting, and hopefully it gets better for everybody.
And again, Kam, how do people get hold of you to use your services?
So my phone number is 407-256-5206. Email is kampatelrealtor@gmail.com, and my webpage is kamsalesorlandohome.com.
Awesome, thanks.
You're welcome.
Anybody wanting to get hold of me, it's Greg Mann at Greater Orlando Realty, 407-774-9858, or gorent123.com. Come and join us on our next segment, which is going to be In the Trenches with Dee Dee.
Managing your investment property is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1. Sign up at GoRent123.com. 2. Let Greater Orlando Realty handle everything for you when it comes to managing your property. From qualifying tenants to collecting rent, processing maintenance requests, and everything in between. 3. Sit back, relax, and count all that money you're making. Earning passive income on your property is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with Greater Orlando Realty. Visit GoRent123.com today.
Welcome back to the GMANN Show. I'm Greg Mann, broker owner of Greater Orlando Realty, and you won't want to miss this segment. It's In the Property Management Trenches with Dee Dee. Hey Dee Dee, welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir. How are you today?
I'm awesome. How are you?
I'm doing great.
So this time of the year, we get a lot of things happening. We've got Thanksgiving, Christmas, back end of the hurricane season.
Yes.
There's climate change now. Let's talk about the do's and don'ts of a hurricane or an approaching hurricane.
Absolutely. So hurricane season, as we all know, ends on November 30th. So we are coming close to that.
But it can lag over.
It definitely can. And this week we are approaching, it looks like a new hurricane's coming towards our way. So that's exciting. That's Hurricane Nicole now. But for our do's and don'ts, we always go to our owners to definitely have like tree cutbacks. We want to do that preamp. We definitely don't want any tree limbs, trees themselves falling on properties, cars, people, septic tanks that we have in the yards. Those cause lots of damages.
So mainly the hurricane situation is more for the landlord to think about, or actually for you to think about, because you're actually doing the landlord's job for it.
I do. I go pre-out amp to them. I let them know, look, this is time. You know, we definitely want to trim the sables, your oaks, whatever you might have on your property, to cut them back away from the roof linings at minimum.
And fences, they tend to tear down.
We have a lot of fence damage typically, especially if they're not, the new vinyl, nice aluminum or that. The wood fences come down always. We always have damage.
So what do you tell tenants to do?
So I go out to our tenants always when we see anything coming in the way, let them know to, 1, do not wait to report any storm damage to me. Please let me know immediately if you are down with any type of phone service or internet. As soon as it comes up, to report it immediately to us, so then we can have a plan of action to go out to our vendors and to the homeowner as well. See if we even need to have the homeowner's insurance involved at that point.
Got you, because I know that's a big problem. Then after the storm, there's a lot of cleanup to be done. I'm sure there's a little bit of a lag time for getting repairs, but you do a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
We do have a featured property today, don't we?
We do. So our second property that we have in our property management is 568 Orange Drive, number 47. It's a brand new property for us.
And that's a 2-2 condo in Altamont Springs. So I know that's really, really close to the mall. It's close to the hospital. It's close to I-4. It's fully furnished. We don't typically have a lot of fully furnished properties, but it's a cool looking unit. It's by the pool. It's got a great view of the lake.
Yes.
What price is that at?
$1,895.
$1,895. With your experience in the trenches, is it more difficult to rent a house that's fully furnished?
Absolutely. A lot of people don't want to utilize other people's personal belongings. Some people may feel weird about that type of stuff. So we do our best to either get it rented with it If not, then we ask for certain items to be removed, if not all. And if they do allow to remove, then we go in and take everything out for the new tenant coming in.
Hey, great. So if you want to get hold of us and put your property into management, it's 407-774-9858. That's Greater Orlando Realty USA. Website is gorent123.com. Dee Dee, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Please keep tuned in. We're going to be going to the Mortgage Minute.
Managing your investment property is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1. Sign up at GoRent123.com. 2. Let Greater Orlando Realty handle everything for you when it comes to managing your property. From qualifying tenants to collecting rent, processing maintenance requests, and everything in between. 3. Sit back, relax, and count all that money you're making. Earning passive income on your property is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with Greater Orlando Realty. Visit GoRent123.com today.
Hey, back to the GMANN Show with Greg Mann from Greater Orlando Realty USA. This is the Mortgage Minute with Sonia Hishimi from Edge Home Financing. Sonia, good morning, welcome.
Good morning, thank you.
How do people get hold of you?
My phone number is 407-403-8658, or go to my website, which is loanswithsonia.com.
Now, Sonia, I know that with a shift in market, things become difficult for people to purchase or get into the real estate market. And one of the big things I think that we want to talk about is the VA loans, because that has a lot of flexibility and it's a great opportunity for anyone who's served in the military. Can we talk about that for a little bit?
Absolutely. We always want to thank our veterans and our active military. They have deserved this loan. They have sacrificed their life for us. They have sacrificed their family time for us. So we want to thank them and everybody on the team, including VA. We're all a team to serve them back. So it's an amazing loan.
Now, what are some of the benefits that a veteran can get through the VA program?
Absolutely. So some of the basics are it's zero down payment. You absolutely do not have to put any down payment. There are closing costs, which are average closing costs, but with the buyer's market, now the trending market is sellers are contributing closing costs. And so if the seller contributes closing costs, they don't have to put a down payment. They can literally move in with zero out-of-pocket costs.
So zero out of pocket, seller paying closing costs most of the time.
Most of the time, yes.
Does it get any better than that?
Well, what's great about it is that the guidelines are very flexible with it. There's no mortgage insurance on it, so that gives you more buying power. There's not a limit of how much you can buy. So there is, like, in January of 2020, they removed the limits on the loan. So you can literally buy a home in the millions. So as long as the income is there, some qualifications are required, but it's very flexible loan.
Now, is there a restriction on length of service? How long have I had to serve in the military? What if I'm part-time? Tell me all about that.
So as long as it's wartime, 3 months for active military, or if they're veterans, veterans obviously part of that, but also reserves, if you have served 6 years, that qualifies you as well.
Awesome. And is there a restriction on how many homes I can buy with a VA loan? Is it just one or?
So it's set up for primary home. It's set up for primary home, but you can actually go into up to 4 homes as part of the primary, as long as you live on that property. But say you got orders and you have to leave that town, before you even close the loan, you can actually, move out of there, complete your loan, and then purchase, the next home as well. So yes, you can have more than one.
So, Sonia, how does a veteran get hold of you to use your great services and get into one of these super cool loans that will get them in any house they can afford? How do they get hold of you?
So my phone number is 407-403-8658, and my website is loanswithsonia.com.
And you can get hold of me on 407-774-9858 or gorent123.com. Thanks for watching the GMANN Show and listening to us. We'll be back next week.